Alright everyone, welcome to another Tuesday review. This time a game for you called Reventure. Reventure it's a game. It's the best way I can describe it. It is not your typical game. It is not how it initially presents itself when you start playing this game. The game presents itself as, hey, go save the princess and defeat the Dark Lord. However, that is not what this game is about, and we'll get more into that as we play the game. It does have a good amount of playtime to it. It took me about 11 and a half hours to get all 100 endings. Yes, there are 100 endings in this game, and you are going to want to get them all. And that is really kind of the point of the game. We start the game as Tim, and we're this person wakes up, and the king wants to talk to us. It's year one, day one of our adventure. And as we go to the king, everyone's like, hey, the Dark Lord has kidnapped the princess. They want us to go defeat the Dark Lord, save the day. The king even has an item for us. They have a really good jump to us. We can jump pretty high. We could jump up here and go on top of the castle. And then talk to the king. He's got an item for us. We get this item. It's the hero's shield. And what does the hero's shield do? Well, it protects us from enemies, but now as we gather items, our jump is hindered. So keep that in mind as you are gathering items. It will hinder your jump. So, yeah, we're going to go get the sword now because it won't let us through without the sword. But if we could have gone above the castle, we could have bypassed that possibly as a way to get by without having to get any weapons. Now, while this game presents itself as go save the princess, this game is very much about finding different ways to fail and or succeed. And there's 100 different ways to fail and or succeed. And you'll definitely want to try to find all of them because finding them is hilarious. It is completely hilarious. Sometimes finding them might be finding a unique item that requires you to hug enemies. Sometimes it might be seeing who the game will let you stab with the sword. And to give you a hint, it is literally everyone in the game, including yourself. You see that harakiri thing right there? That's an ending we could get. That's where we essentially stab ourselves because we're stumped apparently and can't figure anything out. And that's a new ending. Sometimes, because these cannons you can actually jump in and they'll fire you great distance, but sometimes the cannon misfires and that ends up blowing you up into a bunch of goo as opposed to, you actually going somewhere, and that's a new ending. There's a little stone in front of your house that you've walked past several times, but one time you trip and fall, and that's a new ending. So, yeah, the game really wants you to get and try to get all the endings. Like in here, I hit that lever, but what happens if we hit this lever? Or even this lever? Like, what's gonna happen if we hit the wrong lever? So I encourage you just to try. Just try it. The game will give you little hints. You'll find paper scraps that you pick them up, and you go into your menu, and now you have these hints. Like, don't take advice from old people. Watch your step. Cute little swords. And then some of the endings will also cause your main character to look different in hilarious ways as well, because there's one ending where his eyes get pulled out of his head, but they're still attached to his eye sockets, and he's blind, but his eyes are still hanging there, and every time he jumps, his eyes are like flailing about as he falls down. And that was like the funniest thing for me, was getting that ending and seeing that. Like, that was absolutely hilarious. I loved it. It was fantastic. And then also, like, pages you'll find that have different characters in them from other games. And as you find them, once you get a certain ending, the game unlocks a wardrobe in Tim's house, in our main character's house, where we can change into those different outfits. As we get more endings, or certain endings, items will unlock. Like up in the castle, that shelf we could jump onto, there's actually 2 chests that will appear. One is a map, one is a compass. And they will help us to find the different endings. Because the compass will point us in the direction of which hint we have selected in the menu, as far as like where to go for that ending, and the map will show it on the map. And that, again, helps us get different endings. So the game, as you progress, will have more things appear. Sometimes the landscape will change as you do certain endings. Like one ending may cause one thing to happen, one ending may cause another thing to happen, and it's just a matter of, again, finding the different endings and see what happens in the landscape, see what you can explore with the change in landscape, how it makes it easier or harder. Sometimes just repeatedly stabbing an enemy might give you an ending as well. I'm dropping little hints here in this review as well, just to kind of help you out, but yeah, just try anything. Try anything, get the different endings, because it is hilarious what happens when you get these endings. But yeah, this game is worth it. Honestly, it's worth checking out. It's worth just getting all the different endings. And then once you get all of a certain item, is like these 4 orbs you have to collect, and you get all the 99 other endings, the 100th ending is unlocked and you can get it. And it is way over the top, and it is better than anything you could have expected. And it just is so great. It really is. It makes getting all the other 99 endings just so worth it. Even though they're hilarious on their own, the final, like, last ending there, that 100th ending, just makes it so worth it and gives you sort of like a final complete ending that just completes the game. So yeah, this game is very well done. It is worth your time. You should check it out. You should play it because you will have a fun time doing so. I had a fun time doing so. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. That's my review of this game. Check it out. Link in the description down below for where you can find this. It's available on pretty much every platform that you game on. So if you game on something, play this game. You will enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, stay awesome, and we will see you then.